only way to take down Pac-Man is with ghosts.
You want ghosts? These are your ghosts.
In Pixels, aliens use characters from classic video games to attack Earth. The only hope to defeat fighting the violent video villains is to get the best gamers on the planet from 1982. Your movie friend Aaron Dicer here with us, movie reviewer extraordinaire.
Oh, you're too kind.
I know. No, did you like this one?
No, I didn't. And there's a few reasons for that.
Not at all.
But let's start. This is not. There are things to enjoy about this. First of all, the concept is fun, right? The idea of arcade games, especially, being the aliens that attack Earth and kind of having to play against them like you're playing an arcade game. That's kind of fun, right? And the visual effects that they use are amazing in it, and I think they do a good job of kind of interpreting that world into, you know, the screen, and that's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, there's really not much of a story here. It's very lazy story writing. Anything that needs to happen just happens without reason because the story
Those two guys
needs
are
it.
funny, you know?
Are they? One of them is. Josh Gad in this was really funny. He's the voice of Olaf. And he was the one part in this that I did enjoy and did laugh at as far as the humor goes. Sandler has lost me. It's just been one movie too many where he relies on kind of the lowbrow, lowest common denominator, jokes that really aren't funny, but maybe they were 20 years ago kind of humor. And this movie is much the same way. It is an Adam Sandler film, despite being marketed as kind of a kid's adventure. Kevin James is in it. He's okay. He plays the President of the United States, which any world where Kevin James is the President of the United States, I guess, you know, we're already willing to believe anything. So, you know, you kind of have to go into it that way. But it's just overall, I came away, if you look at it like with that critical movie eye, it's just not a well-made movie, story-wise and that kind of stuff. But if you can go to it, turn your brain off for a couple of hours and you know, enjoy the visuals and maybe just laugh at a few things. Maybe you can have a good time. That's just really difficult for me to do. There's just not a lot of substance there for me to get into.
I'm with you on this one. All right, so give us your final grade on that one.
Yeah, I said the graphics were the best thing. The worst thing I said, Sin of Adam. That's, you know, Adam Sandler. I'm tired of his sense of humor. And as far as an overall grade, I said a C-. So not awful, but still, you know, not a great movie.
Okay, movie number 2, Southpaw. A boxer at the height of his career loses all that he loves in an instant. He then enlists a new trainer to help get his life back on track and then get back the life that he has lost. So there's a brief synopsis.
You used the word gritty when you were teasing this before, and that is the perfect word for this movie. It's very gritty. And while I'm thinking about it back on Pixels, it is marketed as a kid's movie. It is a lot more raunchy than I thought it would be, even for a PG-13. So I did want to give that kind of heads up that it deals with some topics that I was kind of surprised, you know, they would go for in a movie that's marketed at kids. This is not marketed at kids. This is marketed at adults, and you know, rightfully so. The director is Antoine Fuqua. And he's done like Training Day and Olympus Has Fallen, these very gritty action movies, and he does it again here. This movie is like a boxing match. It's like you're on the ropes and he is pummeling you with this guy's life. And at times you're like, let me off the ropes. I don't want to, you know, deal with what's going on in this movie anymore. Even if the end, like even if you win the boxing match, it's like, was it worth it to get punched you know, that many times? This is an intense story and an intense movie.
I kind of like that.
Well, and that's good because what it means is you're attached to these characters, you're attached to what's going on. If you're feeling that intensity, it means that he's doing his job of putting you in the middle of the story. A lot of that also has to do with these performances. Jake Gyllenhaal is incredible in this. And after Nightcrawler last year and then this year, which are two completely different characters, he may be one of our best actors working today. He is absolutely phenomenal in this.
Strong statement.
Rachel McAdams is great as well. Forrest Whitaker is really good in this. So some great performances in this. The only kind of negative for me is that it's not really different than a lot of sports stories or boxing movies. I mean, it follows this, you know, very well-worn basic plot. So you kind of know where it's going and what's going to happen, but still these performances elevate it to a place that I don't think it would have been otherwise.
Okay, so give us your final grade on this one.
Sure. Best thing I said, quick punches. That's kind of just that bam, bam, bam. It kind of keeps you that intensity. And worst thing I said, another round. We've seen it before. Overall grade, I said a B+.
B+? All right. Aaron Dicer, your movie friend. More reviews from him at KY3.com.
Yeah, and follow me on Periscope, Aaron Dicer. I review every movie as soon as I'm out and kind of interact and take questions there. So
Perfect.
Kind of a personal movie review,
Okay.
if you will.
Yeah, very nice. All right, thanks. When we come back, Jeremy Rabe is putting the finishing touches on our wannabe evil minions. Stay with us.